Hello, Mr. D. Thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is to give you some tips and tricks you can use on your website to grow your business, to increase leads, to increase 5-star reviews, to outrank your competitors. But also is to compare your website to a local competitor's website and see if those tips and tricks could outrank them just to get on that first page of Google when people search for you. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about here, you definitely use on your own website to increase those leads. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out via email, text, or phone call. But also, if you just leave a few lines of feedback for me on this video, that just helps me get better at making these videos for local businesses. So let's get to it. So first, content. So content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words. That's just depending on your competition and number of keywords needed on your website. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout your website to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So got a nice laid out website here already. So you're on a good start here. I'll just focus on some of your keywords, some of your content to increase your online revenue, to increase your search power. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. So speaking of Google, so I picked plumbing services, a service you provide. I just picked DFW area. You get more specific in certain areas if you like. But I picked this one, and this is what comes up in Google. So a lot of times you see ads here. That's something you can invest in later if you haven't already. And like these are ads here. A lot of times these map pack comes up first. That's the citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics here. So when people type in a service, an area, the goal is to be on that first page. Because you may have heard this, the best place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. People just don't go here to search for a service or product. So the goal is to be on that first page. And as you can see, scrolling, you're not on that first page. But you can do some simple things on your website to get on that first page. And, the goal is to outrank the top competitor. Baker's Brothers are big. And we don't look at directories like Yelp or Angie's List. A lot of times people go to that local website to search for that product or service. Berkey's is a big one. So I started in the middle. I started with Staggs. So I'll compare your website to Staggs and see how close we are to him to outrank him. So staying with the content, this is a tool we use. It's called Ahrefs. It does a deep dive in websites. And here's your link right here, your URL. And here's your numbers here. So right now you're only using 4 keywords on your website. So even though you have a beautiful laid out website with a lot of words on there, think about some of the buyer intent keywords. And you want to have high search volume. So there's some keywords that have 1,000 search volume that wouldn't be that hard to instill in your website. So not only focus on Waxahachie, but also other surrounding DFW areas through Keller, Fort Worth, how far you want to go in Dallas, that's kind of up to you. But think about those buyer intent keywords with plumbing services, plumber, Waxahachie, or even Keller, Fort Worth. So think about that, just adding that to your website. That'll help you out with search volume. Comparing that, your 4 keywords to your local competitor, and here's Staggs Plumbing. They do a good job. They have a good website, good layout, a lot of content, but they are definitely beatable to outrank them on Google. So here, though, they're using only 7 keywords. So you could double your keywords and get close to them. Let's see what they're using here. So some of their keywords, they actually don't have a high search volume, but they're doing some other things that might be outranking them. So you could take other competitors' websites' keywords that aren't specific to them and just add them to your website to help out with that search volume. All right, so let's go back to your numbers here. So next, let's talk about backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where you find one website linking to another website, yours. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouching for you. So think of it as like a popularity contest. The person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. So it's important to have other plumbing services, HVAC services, water heaters, drainage and sewage service websites linking back to you. It doesn't help if a restaurant or a doctor's office is linking to your website. It just doesn't give you that trust power. So you're on a good start here. You have 140 backlinks with 55 different domains. So just definitely keep up on your backlinks. But comparing that to your local competitor in Staggs, they have 832 backlinks. So that's actually what's giving them that search volume. So the keywords they could actually get better on. So you could increase your keywords to outrank them, but also increase your backlinks with your reference domains. They have 134. So get closer to these numbers. There's no reason why you can't be on that first page of Google, even in that big DFW area with plumbing services. And then finally, there's citations. So scroll up here. So citations is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly per your Google business profile. So citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since these can generate huge amounts of revenue. So the goal is to be on the first 3 or 4. There's 4 here, sometimes there's only 3. But much like the organics, people don't go to page 2 or 3. People don't click this button to search for more services. So you got to be right in front of that consumer. And to get on this map pack, citations include directories. You heard of a lot of them: Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB, hundreds of others. Social media accounts also work great too: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. The larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more than these competitors, the more likely it is you could outrank above them. So the goal is to increase your citations to get in that map pack as well. So once your content, your backlinks, and your citations, they come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at and why is that so important and worth it. So not sure what your margins are now, but I imagine that they will generate some pretty decent revenue for you. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I'm creating this video for you to help you start generating leads online. But if you find yourself wanting more to continue to scale as far as you want, feel free to reach out to me. I can help you out with that, give you some more information, or we talk about your goals. And I can do research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you could leave me a few lines of feedback, that'll help me out. Again, thank you for listening. I wish you best of luck in your business. Have a good day.